Hello, salutations. What it do is that the gamer all father do rag gang. You know the vibes, like subscribe. Let's get it. What's up? Welcome back, Aqua Shill. I know you couldn't stay away from Marvel's Avengers. What's up, Sadistic Kitten? Do I know what you want for food? Send help. Just had an interesting poll. I asked people whether they preferred Chinese or Japanese food, and they preferred Chinese food, but that just tells me they ain't got no money. Get some Japanese food. What's up, Jalen? What's up, Jabali? Do me a quick favor, make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. Shout out to, of course, today's sponsor, Fan Dominion. Check them out. As you see, they got some absolutely fire merch, sneakers, shirts, hoodies. They got everything. Marvel, DC, anime, Star Wars. They got you covered. Use code Sadot for 10% off your order. Links in the description. What's up, Chris? What's up, Mr. Clean Kids? Again, what's up, Original? This is my second stream of the day. I did some beta testing for Dying Light 2 earlier. Did not go well. Gyoza, yep. I'm a big fan of takoyaki, and of course I cannot resist a nice big bowl of ramen. Nothing beats it. What to do, have hot news hero? What's up, fams? What to do, what to do? Ramen is truly goated. You eating some ramen right now? Are you eating ramen or are you eating cup of noodles? keep it a buck. Keep it a buck, Aqua. Keep it all the way a buck. How you like Dying Light 2 so far? Charles Williams. If I had a time machine, I would use it specifically to go back in time and not spend $60 on that absolute dog shit game. That game is awful. I swear, I'm going to do I might end up doing a whole separate rant video, or just ranting now, just about how just unacceptable. Matter of fact, I'll do it right now. I'll do a whole rant about how unacceptable the state of gaming is right now. You have these multi-million-dollar companies who are raking in just money hand over fist. Gaming is like the fastest growing industry. It's generating billions of dollars off of us, the gamers. And what do we get? We get progressively less finished games because they just know, oh well, as long as we do some deceptive marketing and hide how the game really plays before it comes out, we can get that sweet $60 pre-order, or even more if they're pushing some bonuses that you don't actually need, so that by the time launch comes around, it's too late. They already got your money. $60, $80, it's gone. You play the game, you realize, oh, they sold me a half-finished game. Oh well, guess I gotta wait for a patch, because you ain't getting a refund unless it's such a absolute catastrophe of a product like Cyberpunk was, that the devs are forced to start handing out refunds to prevent their stock price from sliding any further than it already is. It's absolutely gross. They've been working on Dying Light 2 for years, and they come out and this is the state it's in. This unfinished piece of garbage product. It's not like it's an original. It's not like this. It was this spectacle that they were pushing. Like, Cyberpunk was like, oh, we're trying to push the envelope. We're going to have this massive city, and we're going to have Keanu Reeves in the game and all that stuff. Dying Light 2 is literally Mirror's Edge and sepia tone. It's an completely unoriginal franchise. It's not that complicated. The graphics for Dying Light 2 don't look any better than they did for Dying Light 1, which was like what, 6 years ago, despite the fact that you can get the game on PS5 now. And the game, and you get the game and it doesn't even work. You have all these gamers, they have to literally beta test the $60 game they paid for and figure out workarounds to get through the bugs that the developers couldn't fix the time, because heaven forbid you delay an unfinished game. Maybe I'm old school, but back in my day, when you paid full price for a game, that was the game. There was no patching. They didn't have that. You literally make the game work, sell it to people, and they buy it if it's good. Now, because they can patch stuff, they're like, oh, well, that means we can release unfinished products, charge full price for it, and maybe fix it somewhere down the line. And because the players have nothing they could do here. They can't get a refund, because if you buy something from the PlayStation Store, they're going to tell you to go screw yourself if you ask for a refund, even though it literally says that if the game is if the product you buy is broken from the store, you can get a refund. But what it actually means, because I had this whole conversation, what they actually mean is, even though it says if the product is faulty, you get a refund, what it actually means is if the product is faulty and the publisher admits that the product is faulty and the publisher tells PlayStation it's okay to issue refunds, and if PlayStation decides that they feel like issuing refunds, then you can get a refund for the broken $60 game that you pay for. Otherwise, you have to fix it yourself or wait for the devs to put out a patch. It's completely unacceptable. I spent over an hour trying to run through the story of Dying Light 2, and every time, literally every single story mission I ran into was a progress halting bug. Every single time. The current workaround is you have to pause the game and you have to go to the online options menu and you have to go to your friends list as if you were going to invite your friends to play with you, because, oh yeah, that's right, Dying Light 2 is a multiplayer game, except it's not, because multiplayer doesn't work at all. You can't join a game, you can't invite people to join your game, you can't. So it's a multiplayer game that technically right now is solo for a lot of people because multiplayer is completely broken. So for me, the only use for multiplayer is to literally go into the friends list for this great reminder of all the people that I can't invite to play the game with me, just so it can essentially reload the checkpoint on the bland ass mission that they put out. And that's the only way to get it to progress. I had to literally close out the stream on one mission when you have to chase some guy, some bandit. He stole something, you got to chase him. So you got this, epic rooftop chase scene. I'm parkouring over buildings, I'm jumping under, I'm going through windows, it's all good. I catch up to the guy, and what do you know? But when he's standing there in an A pose, completely unable to move, and nothing's happening. As soon as I assume there's supposed to be a cutscene when you catch up to him, but nothing happens. So I'm standing there looking at him like, what the hell is going on? Why isn't he moving? And then I take care of the bad guys that were chasing me. And once I do that, I'm like, okay, time to reload the checkpoint again so that the $60 game that I paid for will actually work and let me progress through the story. And then you know what happens? I reload the checkpoint. The guy starts running again. So I'm like, okay. And then I get a screen that said, the screen goes black and says, mission failed, start from the beginning. Start from the beginning. Because I reload the checkpoint, I got a mission failed. Because the game couldn't process that I had actually caught up to the guy, so they just failed the mission. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to restart this all over again. I'm just going to close that. This is unacceptable. I'm not going to do this for another hour trying to make this garbage game that I paid for work. So, you know, I'm out of there. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on Avengers later because at least I can because at least I can play multiplayer in that one. I can play multiplayer in Avengers. I don't have to reload the checkpoint nearly as often in Avengers. So that's progress. It's completely ridiculous. And what kills me are the absolute shills that will still tell you, oh, it's not a big deal. They're going to patch it. No, it is a big deal. If you pay for a product, you should get what you pay for. The reason why they felt that they could release a game in the condition it's in is because they know that they're going to have cheerleaders on social media that are going to be like, oh no, it's fine. Don't worry. Give it time. All games have bugs. You're just whining. You're being too harsh. It's okay. No, it's not okay. As long as you have this stupid attitude and let them walk all over you, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Mark my words. As long as you don't hold them accountable and make them know you're not going to allow them to charge full price for a broken game, they're going to keep doing it. So do not pre-order games. Wait. I'm going to say not even wait a day. Wait at least a week when new games comes out. When new game comes out, do not pre-order. The only developers I pre-order from basically at this point are going to be Insomniac and maybe Rocksteady, Sucker Punch. You know, studios that have a proven track record of respecting the customer, which is us. We are the customer. We're not their friends. We're not their slaves. We're not their whipping boys. We are customers. We are paying customers. When you pay for a product, the product is supposed to work. That's how it is everywhere else. But apparently this is a hard thing to come by in gaming, because if you bought a car and the car wasn't working, you definitely would not be saying, oh, well, it's fine. All cars have bugs. No, you would go back and you would tell them, get me a new car. This doesn't work. This is not acceptable. But in gaming, apparently you'll have literally people who are just sold a broken product at full price, and they'll just drop down immediately with their hands around their ankles and just ask for more. It's completely ridiculous. And it doesn't happen anywhere else. Anywhere else. We love games. Games are cool. They're products. They are products at the end of the day. So have some self-respect and demand more from your products. That's all. Rant over. So we got a Marvel's Avengers update today. They pushed out a new patch, which they could have put in the weekly blog last week, but I digress. The patch notes for the patch aren't a lot. I think let me pull up the quote here. Let me find a quote directly from the Play Avengers Discord. Matter of fact, I'll even let me see if I can. It won't even let me screenshot. All right, it's not much. Patch 2.23 was pushed earlier and included minor improvements and stability fixes. So that is the patch. That sums up the patch notes exactly. One sentence. What's up? Thank you, Capasso, for the sub. Welcome to the reggae. What's up, Bill? So sorry you had to sit through my Cyberlight 2077 rant, but it needed to be said. But yeah, the Avengers patch is literally one sentence. Minor improvements and stability fixes. Who knows what the hell that means? Apparently, if you're on, because I'm on PS5, my patch was 1 gig. Some people were saying they got 8 gigs. You can shoot claw in the eye now. You took out the out of bounds glitch. All right. So the out of bounds glitch was fixed in the raid. Okay. When's the roadmap? That is the question. You notice the units glitch isn't working? Yes, it was patched. Currently, the only unit glitch I know that actually works is the one that lets you essentially get all the run through the shipment and get the new skin for only 500 units. That's the only glitch I know that works. So this is the new Black Widow skin that's coming next month. If you look under the lock cosmetics, the Black Widow has a new exotic. Where is it? Did they update it? I think they just did a back-end update. Skin was here earlier. But I don't see it now. These are her current shipment outfits. Yep, looks like they did a back-end update because they accidentally showed next month's shipment. Don't worry, I got you covered. I am not playing seafood now. I was trying to get a key for that, but they didn't send me a copy of the game, so I'm good on that. I hear it's very challenging though. So this is going to be next month's skin for the shipment specialty item. It is, of course, Age of Ultron Black Widow. I see people showing some love. I see people like it. Personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm definitely not enough to take off the Widow suit that I'm currently rocking. I don't like it. Will Bugfist's also be in the shipment? No, they don't do that. Avengers hater actually liking something. Avengers hater is trying to pretend like he's not a hater anymore. We know the truth. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. And Jesus, how many Black Widow suits are we going to get? What's up, Silent Spider? Do-Rag Gang represent. They poured Kool-Aid on her head. Yeah, they made her head redder than usual. It's like the saturation definitely looks turned up. You think it's fire? Yeah, it feels off to me. Like I had this side by side in the thumbnail. Let me show you. Let me show you the movie version. I would have much rather had Thor. So that's what it looks like in the film. it's mostly accurate. You could definitely see they made some changes. To the suit. They made some creative edits. There's more cleavage. You say that for everything, Aqua. The hair is definitely brighter, way brighter than normal. The Black Widow movie skin they released with the ponytail, that's the correct shade. Yeah, I don't know about this. What's up, Doom? Yeah, too much red around the wrists. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Is the artwork concept art? That's the leak. This is what's going to be in the shipment. That leak. Was Goody Rebel? They keep giving us the same two character skins. That's finished the CD. Yeah, like they got. This is the third Black Widow skin in the last week. Like they dropped the Infinity War Black Widow skin during No Way Home week. They dropped the Black Widow movie skin with the ponytail, and then now they're going to drop the shipment Age of Ultron Widow. She has the most skins. I don't know. I think Iron Man probably has the most skins. He gets stuff all the time. That wrong with cleavage? There's not wrong with cleavage, but when it comes to cleavage, Aqua is definitely a hammer, always looking for a nail. Hawkeye has 5. What's up, this nigga has 2. Avengers coming from Avengers hater. Photo bands on the wrist side, wrist thicker than the IG one. They definitely don't care about Thor. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Do-Rag Gang. Ed Norton, 2008. Yeah, they definitely not giving Hulk anything. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not feeling it. I'll probably pick it up, but I'm definitely not wearing it over this. This is clearly Black Widow's best skin, and I'm definitely not taking it off for that. That's not the real Avengers. The Avengers hater has been a very different person lately. Saving your units, yeah. See, I don't have to save my units, but I'm doing it on principle. I can afford it. I just don't want to because it looks bad, and I'm not gonna, to me at least, and I'm not gonna use it. Think Insomniac should buy the license for CD. They cannot. So the way licensing works in gaming is Marvel Games will license to a studio, a publisher or developer if they're their own publisher, and they say, okay, you have a license to make a video game with the Marvel property. You can make certain amount of video games based on the Marvel property, and you have your pick of characters. So in the case of Insomniac, they'll say, okay, all right, they work for Sony. So Sony was like, okay, we're getting this Marvel license. We're giving it to Insomniac. Insomniac, what game do you want to make? Insomniac ended up making Spider-Man as well as Wolverine. So that's how that works. Square Enix got a license from Marvel Games to make a certain amount of Marvel games. So they made Marvel's Avengers, they made Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're rumored to be making another Marvel game. So if they don't have a license for another game, then Square would have to secure another one from Marvel in order to make another game. Did the team set from Chastity vendor leak as well? I don't know. It's hard to say. They're all very ugly. I don't. How would you know? How would you know if they're new? All these horrible recolor sets look alike. Like, are they? I think these are old. I know this one's new. It just came out. Top brass. I think that's old. I think first responders too. Clash. Who knows? Who knows? All stuff you get in the cosmetic vendor or shipments. What's up, Bruno? You missed me ranting about Dying Light 2 and gaming in general. Otherwise, not a big Marvel's Avengers update. Literally just a patch with no patch notes. Black Widow's skin leaked for next month. Nothing for the vendor set, Jazzy. All right. So no other developers can't make Marvel's Avengers. No. So, I'll tell you right off the bat, Marvel's Avengers is not getting a sequel. If they were getting a sequel, Square would be doing it. But if another developer wanted to make a video game based on the Avengers, then they could. But they would have to get the license from Marvel Games in order to use their IP. Darkseid or Thanos? Straight up without any boosts or stones, Darkseid. If we're talking comic books, Darkseid for sure. Darkseid's like a multiversal being that can pimp slap Superman. Down Light 2 sucks. Oh well, Horizon. Yeah. Just another day, Marvel's Avengers. Pretty much new MCU skin, a new patch with no patch notes. Just another day. Aqua, just another day in Aqua's favorite game. They were killing Marvel, but then they took a huge break, and now Marvel's pretty much died. Why make a sequel? Yeah, there's no chance of. So maybe I'll do a video on this, but the latest behind the scenes info in regards to what's going on with Square and Marvel is that Square Enix is reportedly working on another Marvel game, possibly X-Men, but the Japanese part of Square overseas is going to be working on it, not any of their North American developers. They're going to be going with their Japanese developers that they usually do for Final Fantasy stuff. That's the latest stuff that I'm hearing behind the scenes. Whenever Marvel's Avengers is shut down, Crystal Dynamics is going to be shoveled off to work on a new Tomb Raider game and Perfect Dark. When Marvel's Avengers, is shut down, that's it. No updates, no sequels. That's going to be it. So enjoy it as long as you can. If you do enjoy it, because it ain't coming back once it's gone. You will be able to play it offline, but that's pretty much all it's going to be. What I think about the new Fresh Prince show? I have not watched it. I've been afraid to watch it because I saw the trailer and it looked bad. Is it any good? Give all licenses to Sonic and Sucker Punch. Don't let them ruin X-Men. So if they're giving it to the Japanese division, then I think it's going to be a really good game. You're going to show for Spider-Man 2. If this bugs, you'll cry. Yeah, we still got the Skydance Media Marvel game. We don't know what that's going to be. They still haven't announced it yet. But Spider-Man's next year. What's up, Travis Scott? Love your music. Sorry about that festival. Yeah, it's Spider-Man's one and only MCU skin. That Far From Home looks great. Daredevil needs a game. He might be getting it. Said this Spider-Man is better than Insomniac. Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Anybody running? While I'm here, I'll play some missions, I guess. Might as well. PS5. I'm on PS5, of course, so PS4, PS5 only, because this game does not have crossplay. Drop those PSNs in the chat if you want to squad up. If not, I'll just try to farm some stuff for a little bit. Avengers iconic skin is better than the Insomniac's advanced suit. Yeesh. Those takes. What's the best Naruto game for PS5? I guess that would be the Storm games. So, like, they haven't released a new Naruto game yet for PS5 as far as I know, but the Storm games you can get for PS5, the latest one, I think it's Storm 4. They updated it with all the Boruto era characters. Love those Storm games. They're really good. I've played all of them. The Naruto Ninja Storm games are awesome. So I would definitely run that. Am I doing the raid today? I don't know. Guess I should beta test the raid, see if it got any updates, but it's hard to find a team. People aren't playing the raid like they used to. Just get the trilogy if you haven't played them. Yeah, they should be pretty cheap by now. Be optimistic for a second. You think they could drop several? I thought you said be optimistic, not delusional. What? Bruh, what? Man said several OLTs. Oh my God. down the bug tester rate. Okay. This man said several. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. He said several OLTs and villain sectors. What game do you think this is? My good man, it's February, and we don't even know when the roadmap is coming out. This man said several OLTs and villain sectors. They still didn't do Crossbones. We still didn't get a Crossbones villain sector, and that came out in August. This man. Oh, that was a good one. What if they make Miles Morales a playable character next month? And what, Ninja Storm 4? Best they can do is one more MCU skin. This man, I love the optimism, my friend. I love it. Devon should do stand up. Keep the hope alive. It's always good to have hope. It's always good to have hope in the darkest of times. Oh man, no, I do not. That's, they don't need to show us a roadmap if it isn't any roadmap. That's true. The best you can hope for, I would say, this year is one villain sector or OLT. Maybe two, depends. So I know for a fact that they're working on Ultron. They have been working on Ultron. They're planning on releasing some kind of Ultron-based content. It's unclear if it's going to be a villain sector, like the Cosmic Cube Monica fight, or an Omega level threat, like the Super Adaptoid was. But it is going to be a thing. That's probably the best you can hope for. They make nameplates. Yeah, they still make them. I just haven't gotten any. Is the PS5 controller like the PS4? Yeah, it just has some cool extra features. Better at least be OT. I hope so. It's an Ultron NFT. Oh no. Don't give them ideas. How much anyone would bet that She-Hulk will only be the character to get released this year? I mean, it's a pretty popular. That's funny. That's a pretty popular prediction because Greg Miller. Everyone's kind of just piggybacking off of what Greg Miller said. Greg Miller technically didn't predict that She-Hulk is going to be the only hero. That's just the only one he knows. We know other heroes leak. He just knew about that particular leak because Miller baited the voice actress into confirming. Doesn't mean it'll be the only one. But it is very possible that one or two of those planned heroes get scrapped. Taking so long because it says connecting but not loading. Working as intended. AIM bots are the Ultron bots. Funny you should say that. There were aspects of Ultron's design that made it into the campaign. Like that energy you see when MODOK is controlling the aimbots, that was supposed to be a Ultron thing. That's according to Miller. Let me try the helicarrier. You need Miles Morales in the game ASAP. Bro, literally just play Miles Morales on PS5. What are you talking about, bro? Why would you want him in this game? Literally just play his solo game. It's 100 times better than what he would be in Marvel's Avengers. Did you get put in timeout for saying the iconic suit is better than the advanced suit? Yeah, that sounds like something Aqua would do. Black Panther did not save the game. That is correct. Yeah, Aqua's very sensitive when it comes to Cap. I personally don't care if someone has bad opinions. Oh, I can get the full, guys, I could get the full cryo set. Well, part of the cryo set. Oh, look at that. Only 4,500 units. Yeah, I think that's the fake Avengers hater. The real Avengers hater is surprisingly cooler than that. Without looking at her asset. I'm looking at her haircut. Man's just trying to bait Aqua into give him that band. Let me just do the Mega Hive in the meantime. The real Avengers hater can actually speak truth for the game. Both Widow and Kate do have cake in this game. Yeah, they could definitely improve. Widow's got cake. Kate's is more like a cupcake. Black Widow's got a nice healthy slice. Kate could use a boost. Kate Bishop is her official nickname, yes. Will has pound cake your grandma would make. And Kate Bishop has your grandma's haircut. With that, Kate definitely needs a buff. They nerfed her from the comic books. Avon Kate because she close to a flatty. Fake Avengers hater with more cap. Yeah, that's definitely a fake Avengers hater. I've heard the real one enough to spot a fake. That's the fake Avengers hater. That's his variant. For Andrew suits because they look more slick. Yeah, too bad they ain't coming. King's on an Iron Man 3 skin. It was okay. Definitely better than the Age of Ultron Black Widow skin they're about to drop. That, like I said, Iron Man, when it came out, Iron Man 3, far from my favorite Iron Man movie. And the suit is far from my favorite suit of his in the MCU. But It looked fine. That's the Raimi versus Avengers hater. Avengers hater has some Moon Knight personality disorder. Fact. Might be his twin. You think there might be multiple Avengers haters? You think it's like a sibling thing? That is a lot of accounts for one person to manage on their own, even if that one person is a complete weirdo with no friends. Tried unlocking level 50 cap skin. You got the level 50, decided to get rid of it. Yeah, level 50 skins haven't been a thing for a while. They took all the level 50 skin rewards out as part of the fake cosmetic rework. It's your favorite suit, but you can't force yourself to grind out these missions. That is not your favorite suit. You don't want it badly enough. How can you replay the story? The main menu. Pick the story, pick the campaign that you want to reset, and just reset it. You'll be able to keep all of your current progress. You'll start the story from the beginning. That's all. Avengers hair accounts are aim clones. Hot take alert: the Iron Man 3 skin is actually really good. That's not really a hot take. Story is good in your opinion. Multiplayer is slacking. Yeah, the story is fine. But yeah, it's the issue is that the game in development couldn't decide exactly what it wanted to be. They couldn't decide whether they wanted a more story-based action game with maybe some co-op, or like a full looter shooter. And they ended up occupying this middle ground where they're trying to do both, but aren't doing either that well. But they definitely did the story aspect better than the looter aspect. Hot take: tacos are delicious. Hot take: Insomniac makes good games. Destroy some servers. Marvel Ultimate Alliance somehow better than Marvel's Avengers. There are people that swear that they would gladly play a remastered Ultimate Alliance right now over Avengers, and I believe them. I was watching some Ultimate Alliance gameplay. Johnny Rocker has like this superhero Saturday where he plays Marvel games that aren't Marvel's Avengers. It looked really fun. Had a big roster of heroes. They had iconic villains in Marvel locations, epic boss fights. It was neat. Did Joe join Dread? Nice. You're one of those people, Haka. Ultimate Alliance 3 was fire. Yeah, like the potential is there. Like Marvel's Avengers may have been a disappointment, but if you're a Marvel fan, there's definitely hope coming. We'll have to see how the Marvel MMO game they're developing ends up being. I take TASM 2 is better than Spider-Man Miles. Stop it. So in Ultimate Alliance there isn't Utah Badlands. That's correct. Yeah, I refuse to get Switch. Should you buy Sifu? Now, as far as Sifu goes, it depends entirely on you. So from what I've heard, the game works. You know, shocker. Studio actually put out a game that, you know, isn't a buggy mess. But it's not for everybody. It's a relatively short game in terms of story, but it can take a long time because it's very demanding. It's very challenging. Essentially, you're a martial artist on sort of a revenge tour. And the gimmick is every time you die, this magical talisman will immediately bring you back to life. But you'll be older. You'll age at least a year. And the benefit is with you get older, you unlock new skills and become stronger. But the older you get, the lower your health is. And the game requires you to really master the combat in order to make it through the encounters. The goal is essentially to make it through as young as you can, because if you're too old, then you basically will like not be able to get hit more than like twice. So you'll have to replay parts so that you can get through without dying too often. So if you're someone, if you love martial arts and you generally enjoy games that are really challenging, that really push you to master them, and you don't mind playing, you know, the same encounters over and over again, then definitely pick it up. If that's your thing. But if you're not someone that enjoys, you know, a grueling game, you know, like a Sekiro or a Demon Souls, you know, you really want kind of a breezy gameplay experience, Sifu is not for you. There is no easy mode. There's only the game. The game is what it is. There's no lowering the difficulty. If you can't master the moves, you won't finish the game. That just is what it is. You're not getting, you'll get whooped. Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. Sifu almost made you cry. Enemies in Sifu will literally jump you, yeah. Really didn't know Ultimate 3 was a Nintendo-based game only because you haven't played Nintendo-related. Yeah, I refuse to get a Switch. I can't. These you know, Marvel Night weekends sound fun, but there is no. I've yet to find a reason to get a Switch. Nintendo needs to drop something new. I have no reason to stop playing my PS5 and pick up a Switch. We got Turtle in here. I think Dread said he would to run. And JDC. If you want to beta test the raid, I can do that too. Why would anyone make an Avenger sequel? You want an Anthem sequel? Well, there are people that would ask, why would you make an Anthem sequel? Personally, I don't think Anthem should get a sequel unless someone buys EA and straightens them out. Like if Sony announces they're buying EA or Microsoft buys EA, then maybe you can look at that new Anthem. Aqua, you know you want to play the raid. The EA built. I legit have not played an EA game in a while. Like I definitely do not trust their live service games. Nah. Nah. I can't do it. You can make a Miles build with Spider-Man. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you try. Let's see, you got you can do shock, you get shock, you can on your shooters, your melee, and you can use, where's that piece? Yeah, this one. You can use the Vishanti appendix to go invisible. So you combine this with some shock status, and you basically have a Miles Morales build. Any leak on new content? Imagine new content. Unfortunately, no. She-Hulk when? Soon. Anyone else want to join? Let me know. How soon? Soon with exclamation points. Need one more elite to be 175. I've not played elite in so long. We got all the Spider-Mans in one place, but we can't do the point emote. Because why would you make money on emotes that you sell? They've been joking about making two nameplates since 2020, and they still haven't come out with any, which is good because it would not go over well. I would think it's funny. They would. A lot of people would not. Unless She-Hulk has a good villain, you want to come back to play as her. I gotta play as She-Hulk. Depends on well, Miller was telling me they definitely did She-Hulk justice with the looks, so if we got some more cake coming to the game, you know I gotta sample it. You know I got a sweet tooth, chat. I gotta see what She-Hulk working with. Yeah, I'm hearing she gonna be a baddie. I was trying to get Miller to tell me some more, but he said, yeah, gonna be a little, you know what I mean? That She-Hulk might be a little, you know what I mean? More cake for the bakery. You know what? You know that's right. Church. Is She-Hulk going to be 7 or 8 feet tall version of Lady Dim? No, She-Hulk ain't that big. Lady D is just really freakishly tall. She-Hulk's thing is like she's thick. She got the muscles, you know. She got the, you know, she got the planets orbiting beneath her chin. You know, she got a little something in the back. She-Hulk does have hair. That is correct. She will definitely have hair. I think Miller said she'll have like the classic look in terms of her hair. So Roblox. Y'all with the classic hair. Damn, Baker really open. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be good to come from potentially the She-Hulk update. We just got to actually get to the update. You know, Miller said her combat's going to be good. You know, it's going to be unique compared to everyone else. She's not going to be like a Hulk clone or anything. She's going to have her own unique moves and everything. I'm looking forward to giving her a try. Just join. What's up? What's up, DeAndre? Y'all's like 6, 7 feet tall with a muscular model body. Listen, She-Hulk can hold me in contempt anytime. Hopefully she runs fast. Nobody runs fast in this game. You gotta hope she just jumps far. Deadpool is better than She-Hulk at breaking the fourth wall. I mean, it's kind of his thing. You have enough self-respect not stop capping. You know you're gonna immediately download it. Y'all can just choke you. You don't care. You know damn well you're gonna be back when as soon as the Age of Ultron Black Widow skin comes out. Aqua is the biggest shill here. Aqua is a classic tsundere. He pretends like he hates Avengers, but he secretly loves it. He is the biggest Avenger simp here. Stop your tsundere nonsense. Avengers is dead. Baka. Well, I guess I could come back for a new skin. Well, I guess I can check out She-Hulk. Stop capping. What is that skin in the thumbnail? What's up, Ryan? That's the next Shipment skin. It is their version of Age of Ultron Black Widow. It leaked with the new update. It's supposed to come out next month. Not going back. Yeah, all right. I'll see you next update. Whenever that happens, you have a screenshot of Aka saying he loves it. Stop angering Nightbot, guys. You'll be simping for She-Hulk, but please no robots for the love of God. I'm sorry to break it to you, JDC, but you won't be fighting robots for a while. There's no escaping the aimbots. Oh, Aqua's the man in the receipts. So we got it. I think we got an enemy under the map. Yep, working as intended. Reload the checkpoint. Amazing that so far Avengers has been less buggy than Dying Light 2, with a record. Game is based off robots. Yes, it is. The crossbones of MODOK villain sector would be nice though. Yeah, but it's work, so they're not doing it. Darkseid, Pimp Slap, and Superman. You know all Superman forms. I mean, yeah, but that's not relevant. Darkseid regularly does slap Superman. Doesn't matter if Superman is OP in some obscure issue. If we want to play that game, we can go, well, technically Darkseid doesn't engage the Justice League or anybody with his real form. He would run around using avatars because his true form, true Darkseid, is multiversal. So he fights avatar. So he brings out avatars and runs them across the universe to conquer. And that avatar, which is a fraction of his actual power, still baby shakes Superman on a regular basis. Try to lecture me about comics, homie. What are you doing? Darkseid's real form is a whole reality. Facts. You know you're strong when you send an avatar to your fighting. I know, right? They did that in Naruto. Remember when when Guy fought Kisame for the first time? Everybody realized that the Akatsuki were basically using clones of themselves with a fraction of their power. And that's how you know you're OP. When you send out an avatar of yourself that's a fraction of your power and the heroes can't handle it. Not the comic nerd. I'm not even a huge comic nerd. But I'm familiar enough with like I've had a lot of discussions with about comic books and comic book characters, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not even the biggest comic book nerd there is. I just know some stuff. It's all gibberish. What about Madara clothes using Susano against the bro? But Madara brought out the Susano clothes, bro. That was just the ultimate flex. He didn't even have to do all that. He could have just did normal wood clones, and it would have wrecked the 5 Kage. This man was like, no, I'm gonna make clones, and then I'm gonna give all my clones Susano. Guy went 6 gates, and that's proof of a character power being absolute. Bro, I love my guy. I love how he was the one that brought Kisame down. I'm so glad he didn't die at the end, even though he was supposed to. I mean, technically, they kind of undermined his whole his heroic sacrifice by having Jesus Naruto just come over and give him the touch of God to heal him. Like my guy had this whole emotional arc where he's like, all right, guys, I'm the only one that can help. You know, Naruto and Sasuke are you know, fighting for their lives on death's door. Nobody else can stop them. Madara's too strong, so let me whip out the 8 gates real quick. Sacrifice myself. Give Madara these hands. We were all ready to say goodbye to Guy, and then Naruto comes in like, JK, I'm Jesus now. I was glad to see Guy survive, but it still was definitely like a like a complete undermining of his art. Especially now that he's alive, but there's like literally no use for the character now. He's just rolling around the leaf in a wheelchair. He's still OP in that wheelchair, but still. Bro, the beating that Madara got put on by Guy was legendary. He beat Madara so bad, he liked it. He exposed Madara as a straight up masochist. He's like, give me more. Before Guy, only a Hashirama got Madara hard with the ass whoopings that he was handing out. But my guy went up there Hashirama level. Man beat Madara Maxwell. You know you're strong when you can hurt somebody just by punching the air. This MCU Spidey suit looks better than the ones in Insomniac, more accurate. Yeah, everybody's just testing Aqua today. What's up, Romanoff? You want to play Avengers with me later? Definitely. Been struggling to find people. Do I play Master Duel? I downloaded Master Duel. I was excited about Master Duel, and then I never actually played Master Duel, other than like the tutorial stuff. The problem I have with Yu-Gi-Oh games is that they're all pay to win, and I can easily get sucked in to to Master Duel and just start wailing. So I'm like, and I didn't even know if people wanted to see me stream it. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna fall back on Master Duel. Stop lying yourself and go play a good game. Like somebody snuck in here. Why y'all gotta have that? Why y'all gotta have the matchmaker turned off? Noodle skin is ugly. I agree, Big B. I do not like it. I'm definitely not taking off the Widow skin I got on right now. With the ponytail, looks way better. It takes 30 billion SpongeBobs to beat Goku. Fun fact. Is that according to Mythbusters? Because I don't believe that for a second. They give you a Sifu key? No, they did not. If I was going to get a key, I would have got it for Sunday, and that's when I'd be streaming it. But I was not one of the people that got a key. Avengers does not crossplay now. If you don't have a PlayStation, then I can't help you, my friend. The series probably was after all the big payoff. Naruto just brings guy back and gives Kakashi an eye. Yeah, that was exactly what I was saying. Like, got instead of like the only character they had the balls to kill was Neji. But because I'm guessing they did it based on popularity. They're like, well, this is a war, so somebody's got to die. That's a named character. So they want to obviously kill Guy because he's very popular. They want to kill Kakashi, or even inconvenience Kakashi too much. So they were like, okay, we'll just take away his Sharingan. That versus 42 SpongeBob. Can SpongeBob actually fight? Like, is that a thing? Like, I know some cartoon characters are OP, but can SpongeBob actually do anything? Is he just literally a sponge under the sea with sentience? Wouldn't he immediately die if he got out of the water? How's he going to fight me? Cyrus hasn't played since Black Panther. No, he definitely played for Spider-Man. I remember that. He just didn't stay that long. Who do you think is the weakest character in Marvel's Avengers? Probably Black Panther. No, Captain America. Captain America. I forgot about Tyversal. Yeah, Tyversal has been occupied. Not doing anything productive, but just occupied. SpongeBob knows karate. I mean, so do I. That doesn't mean anything. He's a sponge. Like 2 feet tall. Can SpongeBob solve the Kira case? Definitely not. I get the distinct impression that SpongeBob is what I believe the scientific term would be a moron. I don't think he can solve the Kira case. He doesn't have L's deductive reasoning. or his hair. 1 trillion SpongeBob versus all of Durag Gang. I mean, it would be a pain in the ass, but we eventually win. And had you dying laughing? Oh no! Oh no! That's not the intended effect. The main problem with Naruto was Kaguya, how they killed off Madara. Yeah, I think that's that whole arc is kind of when Naruto lost the appeal to a lot of people. I think it's starting with Madara too. Like the appeal of Naruto in part 1 and through a decent part of Shippuden before the Shinobi War was that, okay, this was a very cool, grounded, relatively grounded story, you know, of superpowered ninjas, sure, but you know, it wasn't, you know, this Dragon Ball Z stuff. You know, the character development was solid, except for the female characters, and you know, the villains were nuanced. The fighting and the choreography was, you know, really intense, well thought out. There was actual, you know, skill and strategy involved instead of, you know, just seeing who could punch the hardest. And then in Shippuden, they just threw that out of the window and was like, no, we're just gonna become Dragon Ball Z now. You know, Madara's, you know, super OP. Hashirama can summon, you know, a giant mountain-sized statues, and they're gonna throw, you know, Madara is going to be summoning Suzanos and slicing up mountains and throwing nuclear bombs. Like, it's like bruh. Because remember, when we first introduced the Hashirama, it was when he was reanimated during the tuning exam arc, and it was him and his brother, the second Hokage, trying to 2v1 Hiruzen, and it was like, okay, well, they're strong, but you know, they're beatable. But now they were like, oh no, actually, that wasn't the real Hashirama, you know, because Orochimaru's reanimation wasn't powerful enough to really capture how OP he was, and they just made everybody too freaking strong. Like they kind of wrote themselves into a corner, in my opinion, with Madara, because they made him too strong. And then the solution to that was, okay, well, we're going to make someone even more powerful, trivialize Madara, get him out the way, and oh, it's all about aliens now. Like what? Like what? Yeah, like the ninja stuff was what sold people on Naruto. Then they just went full shonen nonsense, and not in a fun Gurren Lagann kind of way. And then Boruto era, they kind of they've been trying to dial that back with Boruto by kind of nerfing, basically they had to nerf all the characters because they was like, okay, well, we're trying to start off with everyone's kids. They're the new heroes, so we have to nerf Naruto and Sasuke so that they just don't solve all the problems. And then once everyone's powerful, once everyone as strong is nerfed, then they started, you know, shifting the story more to Boruto and Kawaki, and it works better now. It's much more grounded than the end of Shippuden was. But I have a feeling that everyone's, you know, going to get really strong again, but we'll see. Yeah, I prefer being, I don't mind characters being OP, but you know, but relatively grounded. you know, when you're blowing up countries, then it's just like, okay, well, you gotta really bring it. You gotta really bring it then. Story wise, have the fattest headache right now. Is it all the people that are slandering Insomniac? Square Enix needs to get it together with their content. You mean Crystal Dynamics? Square Enix could definitely help by sending in more resources, but I think they pretty much gave up on the game. they just told Crystal Dynamics, y'all on your own. Yeah, the whole theme of the whole thing in the end of the last Naruto series was, it was all about aliens. Now it's about the aliens from before, but also everyone's a robot now. They introduce scientific ninja tools, so now they're ninja cyborgs running around now. I could already see, like, Kawaki just got his power up. They're gonna have some foolishness. They gotta find a way to get units legit, not just opening chests. I mean, the content creators behind the scenes were pushing for them to add units as like a reward for different missions, like the OLT and the raid and everything like that. And apparently the devs don't care, so sucks for you. If you don't have enough units, you gotta cheat. Square Enix said we not the. Yeah, Square Enix was like, nope, we out. Like they literally told their investors, we messed up. We picked the wrong company to develop this game. That's on us. We'll do better in the future. Crystal Dynamics was like, damn, for real? It's like that. Completely threw Crystal Dynamics under the bus. Hype for the Dragon Ball superhero movie. All right, so here's the thing about the Dragon Ball superhero movie. The animation, not gonna lie, might be dog water. I'll have to see like the full thing, especially the fight scenes. But the little bit I've seen of the animation style for this movie, it looks awful and definitely not as good as what they did for the Broly movie. But I am always happy when Gohan finally gets some shine and looks like he's going to get some power-ups finally. I did not like how they did Gohan's character. They built him up over all these different arcs as being, you know, the next Goku, the next big thing. And then because of how popular Goku was as a character, they decide to completely undermine Gohan's character and throw him away just so they can keep Goku front and center. I don't like it. You know, look, that's like I said, I gotta see more, but what I did see, it looked bad. Like CGI, 3D animation, and anime, it's really tricky to pull off. Like you have to have a really talented studio to pull it off. You know, like Attack on Titan final season is doing a really great job of that. Beastars on Netflix did a really great job of that. When you're diving into that style of animation, you really gotta know what you're doing. And you know, Dragon Ball never had the best animation. You know, But I thought the Broly movie, what was really impressive is that they finally had animation that was on par with some of, you know, the really top shonen animes that we've been seeing in the last several years, like Mob Psycho 100 and My Hero Academia. And it just looks like the movie is kind of backsliding. Should you watch the furry anime? I don't know. It's definitely well written. The animation is really good. And bonus if you're a furry. But yeah, if you're just watching it for the story and the animation, it's really good. Going around, hold up. Get rid of this. All right, it's past Aqua's bedtime. Feel better soon, my friend. Thank you, bruv. Sniper out of all available platforms, bruv. Demon Slayer right now is bruh. The fact that Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan final season are coming out on the same day, bro. Those episodes last Sunday, I was literally in my crib screaming at my TV. It was so hype. That final battle with the Demon Slayer with Tanjiro in the upper six, bro. I did not know how they were to get out of that one. I was like, bro, this was so good. And Attack on Titan definitely, with this final season, they are definitely going to put themselves up there as top 3 best anime of all time. Gotta go up there now. Demon Slayer had that on that, yeah, and it's the last episode this week. Oh man, it went by so fast. Letting Demon Slayer that stat because you read the manga. I've not read the manga, that's why. So for some anime I read, usually I like to watch the anime. I don't always read ahead in the manga. In the case of Chainsaw Man, I started the manga in anticipation for the anime. But for My Hero, I came across it with the anime first, and I just don't read ahead because I just enjoy the anime. But with The Promised Neverland, after the first season, I started reading the manga in the second season, but only because the second season was like off. I was like, why is the second season so bad? So then I went to the manga and started reading it, and then I realized, oh, they basically just cut out all the good parts of The Promised Neverland and completely butchered it. The Silent Spider. Chainsaw Man is going to be amazing. If you haven't checked it out yet, the anime is supposed to be coming. There's a trailer out for it right now. The manga depends on how you are. Maybe you don't want to, read the story yet. You might want to watch it, but if you want to read it, I definitely recommend it. It's really good, and I definitely think it's going to be the next big anime. Silent Spiders E7. Going out, all right. Hollywood demo. Hollywood Nemo. Maybe Vegeta Ultra Ego. Oh my, don't bring up that horrible transformation. And transformation is okay, but the name is terrible. Ultra Ego, awful. Absolutely trash. Either Freddy or Jason Netflix animated movie. That could be good. Netflix animation has been pretty decent. They've got some heat. Their Witcher animated series was absolute gas. I just started watching Kid Cosmic. That one's pretty good. They did an animated spin-off of that superhero show, Jupiter Rising or whatever. They had a live action superhero show or something. They did an animated spin-off based around the villains, and it was really good. So yeah, get some adult animation. They know what's hitting. Arcane, League of Legends, yep. Classic. Think Jason's the best. I still can't believe I actually watched Freddy vs. Jason starring Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child in movie theaters. that was a thing that happened. I actually saw it in theaters. No regrets. Invincible season 2. That's like 3 years away. Do you think Vegeta will get the dub? Vegeta never gets the dub, bro. They always do. So that's one of my. I like Dragon Ball, but it's predictable, bro. It's always the same. It's always the same every time. Goku somehow gets the dub. Vegeta ends up looking like a sucker. Is this game worth buying now? Avengers was always worth buying. Once they started the big discount. Like the game went like super cheap. I've seen Avengers. Well, some platforms got it for free. Xbox got it for free. I've seen the game as low as $10 in some spots. Like, it's been worth the money. So I think the secret hero is Yolanda. Yolanda Adams, the singer? I don't think so. They got an anime show based off The Boys. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I haven't seen it yet. Michael Myers is just OV. They got another Halloween movie. Castlevania, of course. Castlevania is fire. Vegeta did take Yamcha's girl though. That is true though. It's not that hard. Yamcha's kind of whack. Yelena. Yeah, the secret hero is Yelena. Man told Bears, I don't care if you're a god, don't touch my woman. Facts. Vegeta finally manned up. Stop crawling in front of Beerus to defend his woman. Imagine a game where an exotic skin is more expensive than the whole game. I mean, that's literally every free-to-play live service game. Sorry. that's part of the appeal of a lot of these games. They're free to play, and you can earn or buy, you know, fancy skins and weapons or armor or whatever. Noah Pat, thank you for the sub. Welcome to Durag Gang. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Like Fortnite's free. Destiny's free. Future Revolution's free. That's how you do it. You sell the game for free to get them in the door, and then you show them some products. It just looks kind of egregious with Avengers because Avengers was originally $60 game. No Secret Hero NFT. Yeah, Square Enix definitely looked all prepared to start rolling out the NFTs, but I don't think they're going to be using Avengers for it. You know why the game hasn't gone free to play? You only got Fortnite for free, but you got mad skins. Had to get that Arcane Beast skin. Oh yeah, like that's how they get you. Like, well, that's how you justify your mind. Well, you know, the game's free. You know, I had a lot of fun. I could get a skin. Good thing they dropped Cowboy Bebop for League of Legends season. Oh my god. Netflix live action anime, they should just stop, bro. They should just stop. It's an embarrassment. Definitely can't wait for Arcane season 2. You know what? You don't know why the game hasn't come free to play. So at this point, it's an issue of resources. So the game should have launched free to play. That would, among other things, that would have been much better. But now it's too late. If they wanted to shift free to play now, that will require Square Enix to do even more of an investment in the game in order to make that transition. Like it's not as simple as just saying, okay, the game's free now. Like there's a whole process and it will require more money, more devs, and Square Enix has made it pretty clear at this point that they have no interest of giving any of that to Crystal Dynamics to work on Marvel's Avengers. You can't move us, Hulk. Rip. Yeah, like if Square Enix were willing to, you know, put some more money behind the game, that'd be one thing, but it seems like they're pretty much, you know, done. This is what it's going to be. It's unclear if the money from the skins are even going into Avengers anymore. Definitely doesn't seem like it. On your screen, Hawk is frozen. Baki was a great anime, so Netflix decided to do a third animated series. Yeah, I rock with Bucky, but now I'm mad about Record of Ragnarok because Netflix animes usually slap, but Record of Ragnarok was awful. I remember I tweeted out. I think I tweeted out. I said Record of Ragnarok was the best worst anime I've seen that year. Like it easily could have been good if it had any form of budget. Like the story was interesting. It was perfect for like a battle anime. And they ruined, oh my god, they ruined that anime. Literally fact. I've actually been having fun on that game recently with the Spider-Man stuff, so you might as well cop the V. Yeah, there you go. You just press about Yusuke looking cold until next came out of nowhere. Yeah, I hear Taskmaster. Are they making a live action Avatar? Oh my god, they are. Yes, yeah, yes, they are. They are in fact making a live action Avatar series. Oh no, I forgot all about that. That Adam and Zeus fight was dumb. Yeah, the entire anime was dumb, bro. Bro, they literally, the whole anime was literally introduce this badass fighter, spend one episode each doing still flashbacks of their backstories, then get to the actual fight 3 episodes later, and don't have any fluid animation, just have stills of them punching, doing punches and kicks. I'm like, what the, bro? What do they have, like $100 budget? Like what happened? How is this a Netflix anime production? Like, I understand their live action stuff being dog water, but their original animation stuff is usually really good. They put out some really good animated stuff, you know, besides League of Legends. You had, you know, freaking Violet Evergarden, Godzilla. They can put, we know they can put together some good animated stuff, but I don't know what happened with Record of Ragnarok. I've seen some cheap anime, but like that's the thing. Like the art, that's what threw me. The art itself was like really good and really quality. Like you could tell that the artists themselves were talented in, you know, in at least constructing the background and the characters. But when it came to putting them in actual motion, like everything fell apart. Godzilla's single play was good. Yeah, like you. So I kind of gave Netflix a pass on that one, because all their other animated stuff that I watched was like a dub, except for that the one thing. I didn't bang with that, but it's mostly good. It's the live action animated stuff that's usually a miss. If there's a live action adaptation of a game or anime, a miss. What's up, Zachary? Another. Oh my god. Can we stop doing live action Avatar, please? Forever? Can we never do another one? Avatar does not need to be live action. Ever. Just do another animated. Literally all they had to do was do animated Avatar just a new season that takes place when Aang was an adult. We didn't get to see Aang after the original series. We went straight to Korra and her story of empowerment, which was all fine and good, but I wanted to see all the cool stuff Aang got up to once he got older. Give us that series. Give me Aang all grown up. Hell, give me teenage Aang. Give me young adult Aang. Nothing animated should be live action. I could not agree more. Literally try to read the comics to see what Aang got up to. Yeah, like, why can't that just be a series? Why is there a desire to ruin everything by making it live action? They killed off screen. It was such a disrespectful way for Aang to go out. Lord Sadot, the nation of Durag. What's up, Dante? That is me. It's fine. It's fine if you want to have showcase new characters, especially new characters that are diverse. But you can do that without disrespecting established characters. Like, come on. That's what drives people the wrong way. Like people, like, especially when you sell them one thing and give them another thing. That's why there was so much backlash to the He-Man Masters of the Universe reboot. Like, it wasn't that they were doing a story in the He-Man universe with a female center character. They had that with She-Ra, and no one cared. Like, it was fine. But be upfront about it. Don't advertise in all your marketing. Oh, we're doing this awesome He-Man show. It's gonna be awesome, and look at He-Man doing this thing, and then you watch the show and He-Man's like dies within like the first minute. like and you're just stuck with this weird Mary Sue with a buzz cut for 6 episodes. What's this about Age of Ultron Widow? It leaked, my friend. That is the shipment skin for next month. Personally, I'm not a fan. I think it looks kind of janky, especially compared to Black Widow's ponytail skin from the movie. That's one of my favorite skins in the game. Don't intend to take it off. What's up, Amarion? How you doing? We can't do that. How you gonna make new characters look good without making the old look trash for early male characters? Hollywood logic, exactly. And the thing is, we know they don't have to do it because we've seen them do it. Like, Arcane League of Legends was a great show. It was a female-centered show. It had lots of diversity, but people loved it because it was a good show. they just instead of just focusing on shoving politics down people's throats, they're just like, let's just tell a really good story with well-rounded, nuanced characters and see what happens. And every time they do that, people love it. It makes money, which is what we've known for decades. That's how storytelling is. Tell good stories, people will respond. Speaking of Avatar, you think the Avatar game is going to get delayed? Are they doing the Avatar game? What kind? Did they fix the raid, or are you going to blue screen 20 times for one exotic? Roll the dice. You never know. Are you talking about the James Cameron Avatar? Yeah, that's probably getting delayed. How you feel about the? So the Eternals was just goofy. Like like I understand what they were doing. You know, they obviously wanted to make a super diverse story. You know, fine with the casting, but the way they went about it, in the context of the story, the casting for Eternals made no sense. Like what do I mean by it? So the premise of the Eternals is that these Celestials created these perfect beings designed specifically to destroy deviants as efficiently as possible. So why wouldn't you literally just create a team full of Icaruses? Logically speaking, like why would you create why would you create one that's deaf? Why would you create one that has a dad bod? Like it literally makes no sense in the context of the story. Now I love Makari as a character. She's cool, you know, speedsters rock, but in the context of the story, it didn't make any sense for her character to exist. They literally just did it so that they can say that their movie was diverse. Even more than others. It's like it had no actual hurt. It's like they made one a child. Like why? Why would you literally make one a child? Like it doesn't make sense. Literally just make Icarus with Makari's speed and just duplicate that. Just like what? Like it was just goofy. But I get it. They got to check off the boxes. Eternals felt disconnected from the MCU. Yeah, that's because it kind of was. Like they focused the story on the Eternals, even though it took place within the cinematic universe and the Eternals are supposedly on Earth through all these events. They didn't actually show the Eternals through all these iconic Marvel events, which I thought was a missed opportunity. So it really did feel like it was connected to the MCU because of that. Wasn't Adam Warlock supposed to be in the MCU already? He's going to be in the third Guardians of the Galaxy. There was a Marvel one for your Kamala the other day. I don't know what you mean. Yeah. I didn't hate the movie like I thought I would. You know, when I saw the initial trailer, I thought, oh, this looks awful. I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but it was better than I thought. The skin, that's pretty much the Kamala skin I've been using like for the last 6 months. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. I don't know anything about leaked Kamala skins. Want to do all to your raid. All right. Wonder when Jane Foster's going to be Lady Thor. Thor Love and Thunder, that comes out in what, summertime? I think that's when it comes out. Around there. So are Venom and Morbius Andrew Garfield villains? They could be. They could be Toby villains. Maybe we'll get a Toby and Andrew collab movie for TASM 3 and Spider-Man 4. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll have cameos. But they definitely, I mean, they definitely gotta capitalize on the hype now. People want more of Andrew finally, and Toby. Finally, Andrew's getting the respect he deserves. Everyone hopping on the bandwagon because of No Way Home. It's fine though. I was one of the true believers. Even though the Amazing Spider-Man movies weren't the best, I knew that Andrew was still the best Spider-Man. They're probably gonna kill them both off for Miles Morales. Nah, that's an MCU thing. Like Tom Holland was talking like he don't want to, like Tom literally said he wanted to step aside and not play Spider-Man so that somebody more diverse could take over. TASM 3 is a need. Spider-Man 4 is a want. Now we need a Spider-Man 4 to make up for the disaster that was Spider-Man 3. So the MCU is definitely a possibility that Tom will get killed off and Miles will take over. If Tom is serious about not being Spider-Man anymore. Beyond the fourth one. My top 3 Spider-Man movies. I would say No Way Home, Spider-Man 2, and Homecoming. Actually, no, not Homecoming. Far From Home. I remember I liked Homecoming. I liked the first half of Homecoming. I did not like the second half at all. But I thought Far From Home was overall really, really solid. That'll be sad. Take time to do another 3. It's up to, it sounds like it's like a personal thing. Like obviously they want him to do, more, but it sounds like, or maybe he just needed some time. Like he was just coming off of, that huge movie. We'll see what he says, after he's had time to think about it and look at that massive check that Disney's about to throw him. Will they ever drop a symbiote skin for Spider-Man in this game? I would not bet on it. They finally did an MCU Spider-Man skin because they had to. But releasing Spider-Man skins is not really their priority. It seems like their priority is releasing skins for everybody. And by everybody, I mean people that play Black Widow and Iron Man. Check us out, the UK. Yeah. That I'm playing a raid. Probably not. I'm supposed to be playing. I'm supposed to be playing Avengers tomorrow. So, if you guys want to raid tomorrow, show up tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming around the normal time, 1 o'clock. We'll see if they have another shiny new skin for us to buy. Otherwise, I'll do some raid runs tomorrow. They didn't have to do the MCU skin for Spider-Man. They could have done an animated series skin. No, they definitely had to do the MCU skin for Spider-Man. they definitely they couldn't. They obviously would have ideally capitalized on the No Way Home hype by having No Way Home skins the launch week, but they could not release something that could tie them to with No Way Home. Oh, guys, good. You still need to see that. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Fun stream. Thank you for stopping by. I'll keep you updated tomorrow. I'll stream regardless, but if they do reveal a new MCU skin for the marketplace instead of the shipments, I'll make sure you guys get to see that. We'll talk about it. I'm Sadot the Gamer.